Welcome to Medill Sports Talk, where we break down the news this week for the sports you love. I'm Rosen, joined today by Alexis, Culmer, and Hogan Davis, here to talk about the world's most entertaining association. With most of the season behind us, let's start with discussing the best of the best. This week showed us some wild, potentially disrespectful, definitely iconic plays from my two favorite Jameses, Harden and LeBron. So Hogan, who's your MVP choice when it all gets down to the end?
Lauren, I'll get to my MVP choice. It's James Harden. James Harden's going to win the MVP. But first, some things are more important than basketball. I'd like to take a moment in respect for Wesley Johnson. Thank you. All right, let's talk about James Harden. That's who we're really here to talk about. The guy who murdered another basketball player on the court with a crossover, stared him down, the internet went crazy. It was a great MVP moment. Every MVP has to have that one play that stands out, and Harden has all the stats to back it up. He's leading the league in points per game. He's third in assists. He's on the team that the Rockets, which could take down the Golden State Warriors in the regular season for the first time, and is going to be their toughest test in the playoffs since the Cavs beat him in the finals. So best player on the best team, and has to be Harden.
Alexis, does Harden have your vote?
He does not have my vote, but Anthony Davis of the New Orleans Pelicans does. Ever since DeMarcus Cousins went down with the injury, Anthony Davis has put the team on his back. In the past 10 games, he's been averaging 36 points, and he's just been putting up incredible numbers. I think if he keeps this up and gets them up into maybe like the third or the fourth seed, I think he can make a run for MVP for sure.
All right. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver made his State of the League address last week, suggesting that the league could move into a conference-less playoff system. With the playoffs rapidly approaching, Hogan, if you could change one thing about the playoffs, what would it be?
Well, first, the conference-less playoff system is the best idea they've had in a long time. They need to make this happen. Now, how would I fix that, or how would I add to that? I would take a page out of Bill Simmons' playbook with the Entertaining as Hell tournament. Instead of 2 8 seeds that no one cares about, someone from the East with a below 500 record a lot of years, we'd have a 16-team single elimination tournament with everybody fighting for those 2 last seeds. It would just be the most entertaining basketball. It'd be March Madness in the NBA. I think it'd be the perfect way to fix the playoffs.
Alexis, what would you do?
Well, that would be so fun. And I think in addition to that, we can also incorporate what Dieter Kurtenbach reported on for Mercury News. So he interviewed some people at the Southern Professional Hockey League, and what they're doing this year is they're letting the top seeded teams choose their first round matchups. And they're going to televise it, and the teams are going to have watch parties. So I think if the NBA did that, it would be amazing. And of course, like, they could do a whole special on NBA on TNT with Chuck, Kenny, Ernie, and Shaq. It would be amazing.
I feel it. Anyway, guys, I'd like to close out our show with what we like to call a quick shoot-around, or a lightning round between my two anchors. So let's get started. Much to the Commissioner Adam Silver's dismay, tanking season is in full effect. Alexis, who do you see winning this race to the bottom?
So I really want to see the Dallas Mavericks race to the bottom, because I feel like Mark Cuban has talked the talk. He got fined for it. So now I want to see them walk the walk and really lose.
No, you got to go with your hometown Chicago Bulls. They're rounding into form. They are ready to make a strong push, not for the playoffs, obviously, for the last seed, for the top pick in the draft. It's going to be great.
Definitely an interesting way to preview tonight's matchup between the Bulls and the Mavs at United Center. So I'd tune into that if I were you guys. Q2, Alexis. Best sneaker in the game right now?
So the best sneaker in the game right now is for sure the LeBron 15. Now, recently he released some colorways in collaboration with Kith's creative director, Ronnie Feig, and they've just been amazing. So you have the Long Live the King editions with the Regal embroidery, the gold, the reds, the greens, and then you had the Rose Gold edition. That was just gorgeous. So I definitely think the LeBron 15 is the best sneaker in the NBA.
LeBron's the best player in the NBA. He doesn't have the best sneaker. He doesn't even have the best sneaker of his former teammates. No. The best sneaker in the NBA is the Kyrie 4, the All-Star Edition. You've got tie-dye. You've got all the details. There's an Illuminati symbol. It's perfect. Kyrie is all quality when it comes to his sneaker game.
Very on brand, I'd say. Let's switch gears a little bit. Hogan, tell me, in the next 5 seasons, how many titles will the Warriors win?
I think the Warriors are probably going to win 3 more titles. They're going to win 3 in a row, actually. And I would follow it up with 2 for the Lakers because Klay Thompson is going to leave the Warriors, join up with LeBron, and you've got 2 more for the Lakers.
Alexis?
I think they're going to win 4 out of the next 5, and then that one loss is going to be like a blip in the radar, and some random team is going to go in there and win that.
I believe it. Last but certainly not least, in honor of the breaking news involving J.R. Smith this morning, Alexis, if you had to pick one type of soup to throw at one NBA player, what soup, what player?
So I'm going to throw lukewarm alphabet soup at Giannis, just because his name is so long, so you can teach people how to spell with the alphabet noodles.
Educational. Hogan?
I'm going to go with a nice cold bowl of gazpacho for Markelle Fultz. Something's got to shock that system. Something's got to get that jumper going again. And that's the only thing I can think of to fix his shot.
I feel like that's going to take a lot of soup, but that's all we have time for today. Thank you for joining us on the Quick Shoot Around. Check out our other segments from Medill Sports Talk on our YouTube channel and follow us on Twitter and Snapchat at Medill Sport Talk. For my anchors and producers, I'm Lauren Rosen. Thanks for joining us.